It's a fundraiser for the Paradise.
Yes, it is. We're all working for free.
We are.
Absolutely free.
And it's the 10th anniversary of the Paradise this year.
Yes, it is, and this
Yeah.
is our 5th show that we've done like this for them, and so we haven't done it for a few years, so we're excited that we're back on the stage again with it.
So why was it not done every year?
Just because you get a little burnt out doing it, the talent does, and also you have to have an amazing piano player like Doug Maddow to play the keyboards for you, and he hasn't been available. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
scheduling is a big deal. When I'm teaching, and Alyssa's in Wisconsin, and Maria's in St. Paul, and everybody trying to put this together.
Michael Lambert lives in
Michael's
St. Paul, and it's challenging. Yeah, Jared lives up in the Twin Cities.
Jared's in Minneapolis, so and Brad's in Northfield. So we're pulling a lot of people back. Some big, Faribault, Maria Markman, and Alyssa Panansky are both singing with us this year. Which,
oh, cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
A couple of nice local talented ladies.
Absolutely, and Gail Katerlick as well.
Another Faribault person.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, she's Maria has been in the show a couple of times. It's Alyssa and Gail's first time with us, and also Jared Mogan's first time, and Brad Hoggins. So we do have some new people this year, and Rebecca Summers from Faribault or from Owatonna is also singing with us, and and Sharon Guerin, who is going to be my musical director for Merlin Players Cabaret, and so she's got a great set of pipes, and so she's singing with us as well.
Fantastic. Now, do you coordinate this? I mean,
yes.
Pick the songs and pick who
I don't
sings?
pick the song. I picked the group songs, which is actually kind of a group effort. I listen to what people have for input, but if you want, you can have 2 solos and a duet, and so people come with ideas, and usually my only guidelines are just don't do too slow songs, okay?
Yeah, everybody wants to do the power ballads, and then all of a sudden it's a long night.
And there's no uplifting happy things, so
Gee, I wonder why that is.
Because they're fun to sing.
They are fun to sing.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So how many people are in the show?
10. Plus Doug on the keyboards.
So you have 20 shows? 20 songs?
Plus we have about 27 songs. Because we have the group numbers, and we always have at the top of the second act. There's always a sing-off between the men and the women, and that's 2 songs right there. The men think they're going to win this year, but they're really wrong. So I think they're woefully unprepared.
So the audience votes?
with their clapping
Applause,
and their cheering.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. But they're not going to win this year. We are.
Well,
Did they win last time?
They always win.
Quiet. Yes, they do always win. But they're not winning this year.
Oh, my. Do they get better songs? Is that why they win?
I don't know.
Audience,
It's just like the
4 guys singing is usually, a lot more exciting than 4 women singing. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I don't know if
Oh my! I'm sending an email today. We're gonna. I'm sorry. We have choreography.
Oh, choreography.
Yes.
And the guys don't.
I don't know.
See?
Wow. We're going to talk about some of the tunes that you'll be able to hear. I would guess it's called The Best of Broadway, so obviously you're going to know every song in this show.
No, I don't think so, because especially my younger cast members brought new things to us from new shows, and that's always wonderful for me to have my knowledge of musical theater literature expanded and to get to know other pieces. It's very fun.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot of new stuff in this.
It's probably about 60% familiar, 40% new. Yeah.
Okay, that's probably a good mix.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, we're going to learn more about that, who's involved in the show. We've touched on a few people, but maybe some of the other folks too. Some of the songs they're going to be singing. You'll learn all about that. Tickets are $15 for members, $20 for non-members. Students are $10. We're giving them away every day this week. You might win one here, but I don't know that I'd bank on that. I think I'd get your tickets, but we don't have Cure yet.
Yeah, there's been certainly some improvements and breakthroughs, but man, this multiple myeloma that killed Craig, they just don't seem to be able to get on top of that one.
Yeah. Well, there are certain kinds that if you get it, you know, you're not going to be with us for long, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
We need to find cures. But anyway, this event, sponsored by Faribault Interiors, we're located across from the Chamber, is this Friday, and they would love to have lots of people out at the Elks Lodge East Wing. $20 per person. You can make a reservation by calling the Chamber at 334-4381, 334-4381. Certainly appreciate Lori doing that. She's donating this for the Relay for Life. $20 per person fundraiser to help fight cancer. Lori's a great gal. So, I wanted to plug that because I promised I would.
Good. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that you're a supporter.
Absolutely.
Best of Broadway. Do you have a list of all the people in the show? Or can you remember it off your head?
I can remember it off my head between Eric and I. I know it's before 10.
He told me.
Did he?
That he hasn't rehearsed yet.
Well, he's been very busy. We're rehearsing on Friday night.
You only do one rehearsal?
No, we've been rehearsing on Sundays for the last 4 weeks.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the schedules. You know, when we're all doing one or two songs, you know, I can go up to Doug's house and sing a couple of times with him, and we can.
He's actually has rehearsed. He's
rehearsed with Doug. I just haven't been with the group yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I just got back to town. I literally drove here from Worthington this morning.
Wow. I feel very honored.
You should. All right, in the show, from Faribault, as we mentioned before, Gail Katerlick, Alyssa Panansky, and Maria Markman, then myself, and Sharon Guerin and Rebecca Summers are both from Owatonna. And then the guys are Eric and Brad Hagen, who is from Faribault, used to live in Faribault, lives kind of over near Northfield now, and Jared Mogan, who was in 1776 last year from Merlin Players. He played Thomas Jefferson. Terrific voice. All these people have great voices. And then also Michael Lambert, hometown boy. So with Doug Maddow on the keyboards. Couldn't do it without him.
It sounds like it. Sounds like you don't even do the show if he's not around.
That's probably true. It's a lot of time, It's all that he has 27 numbers he has to learn.
Yeah.
Plus he does a solo himself.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's a fantastic keyboardist.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I sent him some music via email, and I said, I need this a fourth lower. And so I went to rehearsal, and he had it lowered, and I was like, yay! It was nice.
Can't do that with everybody.
No, he's really something.
He's very talented.
Very. And he's doing a great ABBA number from Mamma Mia. So, yeah, it's going to be very, very fun.
Yeah. I like this concert because a lot of us get to do, like she was saying, new songs from new musicals.
Sure.
Or a lot of times we get to do songs that are from shows that don't necessarily get done, because the music's great but the show isn't so great. Or it's something like we would never get cast, like the part is not something that is our type, I think Rebecca's doing something from Dreamgirls, and I'm doing something from Kinky Boots, and so we're not necessarily getting cast as African Americans, but the songs are great, and so it's an opportunity to sing really awesome songs that you never would really have the chance to sing. That's my favorite part about the show.
All right.
Yeah. And like I said, it's a mix. Eric is singing two very different songs. He's going from Rodgers and Hammerstein
to Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
That's quite a bit different.
Yeah, quite.
So what are the two songs?
If I Loved You from Carousel, which is one of my grandfather's favorite songs.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then a new song that's becoming pretty standard called Not My Father's Son, which is from the musical Kinky Boots that was based on that old movie, and Cyndi Lauper wrote the score for it. And it's a neat song about the expectations of a child and their parent, and those things don't always see eye to eye.
That's true.
It's a song that I've kind of had on the list. I'm like, when we do Best of Broadway again, I really want to sing this song.
So they come forward with some suggestions.
Right, absolutely.
And you say sure.
For the most part, I do say sure.
I mean, because they're volunteering, right?
Brad Hagen is singing Mr. Cellophane from Chicago, and Alyssa is singing Totally Devoted to You from Greece, and she wails on this thing.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, does she nail it. And another song that I've never heard of, so I can't remember it right now, from a new musical. And then Maria Markman is singing two new tunes that are wonderful. One is called Gorgeous. It's a very funny song, and she is delightful when she's singing it. And Gail Catterlick is going to be singing a medley from the musical about Carole King called Beautiful, and so she's singing about 3 or 4 Carole King tunes kind of mashed together. So
That does sound like fun.
Yeah, and a lot of the Broadway musicals now are what these jukebox musicals, like the Carole King musical Beautiful and things. So while all of these songs have appeared on Broadway, they're not necessarily Broadway songs. Like in terms of style. Like Cyndi Lauper and Carole King, and they are not necessarily traditional,
right?
Broadway type.
But that's probably changing too.
Well, right, and the style of singing has changed a lot on Broadway, and I think that's one reason we have a pretty good turnover of people involved in the show, and bringing songs forward. And I mean, it's interesting. She sends an email about a couple months ago and said, okay,
who's on board?
Right, who's on board? What are you thinking? And and then there's usually like 1 or 2. Well, I want to sing this, and then somebody else wants to sing it. So I have to flip a coin or pay somebody off, or
maybe arm wrestle.
And for the group numbers, we're doing everything from Lullaby at Broadway to This Joint Is Jumpin' from Ain't Misbehave and an old Fats Waller tune to something from La La Land. From the movie that almost won an Academy Award.
Yeah, almost.
But and then Sharon Guerin is singing a couple of Torch songs. She's singing "Cry Me a River," like butter. It's wonderful. Yeah. So, and I'm doing a song from the Full Monty called Jeanette's Showbiz Number, where I get to kind of, just do a character thing. It's fun.
So people, for the most part, get to do their own thing. I mean, if they want to do a little dancing, they can do that. If not...
Yeah. Michael Lambert's doing a great song from this show, She Loves Me, and the song is of the same title. And then he's doing something from The Gypsy and Me. I think that's from The Boat Show.
The Boat Show.
Yeah.
Big River?
No. The
Titanic?
No, Cole Porter.
Oh, Anything Goes?
Anything Goes. Thank you.
I'm like, boats, let me go. I can do this.
I like this. A new game.
This is how we think.
This is. Well, and I think the big showstopper is Rebecca's doing I'm Here, which was the big number in Dreamgirls that Jennifer Hudson won an Oscar for. It's a fantastic song.
Oh, chilly. It's chilling. She's just really something.
As good as Jennifer Hudson?
I think she gives her a run for her money.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a really couple good, they just redid that Dreamgirls has never been in London. It's been in London this year, and Amber Riley from the Glee fame did that this year
did she?
in London, and they're bringing it to New York next year. So it's kind of funny how we do this every year, and then all of a sudden things become very topical, So
you've been to Broadway. I know you've been there. Have you been to Broadway?
I have not. Shock and awe, I know.
That'll happen someday.
Yeah, it'll happen someday.
Yeah.
Well, our daughter lives out in New York, and so we get there probably a little more often than most people. Yeah. So, although I'll tell you, the prices are getting so bad.
Yeah, I've only been there once, and I got the $160 seats in the back of the balcony kind of thing. It's not cheap.
Right.
And we're also doing a tune called Seasons of Love from Rent. So it's really a nice array and variety of things to come in here and just sit down and don't worry about anything and listen to some great music for a couple of hours and laugh and
support the Paradise.
And support the Paradise. You can get a beer or a glass of wine and come in and sit down and enjoy.
Sounds like a great time.
Yes.
How can I get tickets?
You can call the Paradise Center for the Arts.
I think you can go online for this too.
Yes,
right?
and you can go online as well at theparadisecenterforthearts.org. It's all one word, the Paradise Center for the Arts. And then you can also call at noon today, and they'll be selling them. 332-7372.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remembered that because I just noticed it's not on here.
Ah.
On the printout of the promo for the show. Tickets are $15 for members, $20 for non-members, $10 for students, and we have been giving them away all this week and will continue to do so.
Yes, and I know that Sunday is getting very full, so if you're thinking of coming Sunday afternoon, you should probably get on your computer or call.
Well, that surprises me because Sunday's graduation here for Faribault High School.
Well, not everyone's graduating.
No,
so.
I know.
Well, like we were just talking before this. I think the Paradise is really turning into a regional destination place. Which is really helping the downtown restaurant business situation. I mean, there's a number of people. I mean, just the people in this show, are driving significant amount of time, and that's cool. I mean, that's bringing a lot of opportunities here
and you would
down
think
the street.
Friends and neighbors from those people will be coming.
Right.
And it's fun that people like Michael Lambert and Maria Markman and Alyssa Panaski are coming back to their hometown to contribute to the Arts Center here and to help raise money. It just shows you how invested they still are in the place where they grew up.
Yeah, you just mentioned some young people, so we got to keep this going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to be around forever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And Jared and Alyssa and Maria are all in their 20s, and so it's fun to have them involved.
Yeah, Jared's actually a friend of mine from South Dakota. We were in Les Mis together, and he had moved to the Twin Cities, and last year when we were doing 1776, Juliana was looking for someone to play Thomas Jefferson, and I said, oh, I know the perfect guy. He's living in Minneapolis now, and he came down and got involved, and now this is his second, and then he's in cabaret too, so
right.
Third.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said he was the perfect guy, did you still have to audition?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And you were in agreement, obviously.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he came to auditions. He has a terrific voice, and
taller than me.
Yes, so he's
blonde.
And Thomas Jefferson was tall, and so I was looking for a tall guy to play him. And
Sure.
Here walks in Jared Mogan, who's 6'3", 6'4",
6'4".
Yeah, so it was great.
Yeah.
And he's a nice guy.
Plus, she had never met him. She was just, she couldn't take my word. She had to hear first. So.
Absolutely.
You do the same thing.
Probably, yeah.
Even Eric had auditioned for his part, so.
I did.
Is it the part you wanted?
It was. It was a bucket list part for me. So.
Oh, cool.
I was excited.
You don't always get your bucket list part.
Yeah, I've been actually having a lot of opportunities to do bucket list.
Just like this song, you said you get to sing that you would never ever get to sing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are you doing a duet with anybody?
I'm not, just because my scheduling hasn't been able to, connect with other people. But there are some really great duets. The one that Michael and Rebecca is doing.
They're doing. It's from a new show, and it's called Fine, and it's about a couple who's gone out to dinner and they're arguing, and it's hysterical. Yeah. It's really, really
pretty fun song.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got some humor in this.
Oh, absolutely. My song's very funny as well.
Are there tearjerkers too?
There are a couple of tearjerkers. Yes, there are.
That's my job.
Well, you got to have the range of emotions. That's what Broadway's all about.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's what theater's all about.
I think the hardest job that Juliana has is deciding what order to sing all the songs in, because she really, everybody brings their own songs.
Oh, sure.
And then she has to program it.
So how do you do that?
So make some sense.
I tried to just balance and to spread out the numbers, the group numbers through the show, and then you have to end the first act with a big one.
Sure.
So
they want to come back for more.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't leave during the intermission, which they won't.
And the different, tempos and added pace. And,
sure.
You don't want a bunch of slow songs in a row, and then there's always the argument of who has to go, after the big song,
And you always end with a group song?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know?
We're ending with on Broadway, and we brought a bunch of these musical instruments, so there's a lot of percussion going on throughout the whole song with.
It's kind of like the Jimmy Fallon, playroom percussion ensemble.
And it's really. I'm not using the percussion because my sense of rhythm is not as well developed as some other people. So, but
I let her say that. Did you?
Some people can really just hit that when it needs it, and so there are about 5, 6 different little percussion instruments going on. Very fun, especially with the way Doug nails that when he plays it.
Again, when the show's over, when you get done with that song, you want more.
Absolutely, but we won't be singing more. We don't have. I don't think we've never actually done an encore number.
Maybe.
Maybe you'll see it first.
Maybe. Oh boy, we'd have to get that together fast.
Yeah, you have to figure out what you would do. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. So obviously you've done this 5 times, you say.
This will be our 5th time, yes.
So you must repeat some songs.
We always open with the song "Lullaby of Broadway."
Makes sense.
Which that's kind of a tradition.
Right.
So, and it's really fun. You're standing backstage and you're getting ready to go on, and you hear those opening chords that Doug plays, and you come through the curtain and you hit the stage, and there's a burst of applause, and we're off to the races. It's quite a good time.
So do you have an all-time favorite Broadway show tune?
Oh, I have different ones.
Let's put it in categories. Your favorite tearjerker.
Oh, I don't know. You go, and then I'll think.
Well, I really like this "I'm Here" from Dreamgirls that Rebecca's doing. That's one of my favorite songs.
No.
Yeah, well, of all time. I mean, it's just really well written. I'm a big fan of the traditional Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Oh, sure.
A lot of my grandpa grew. Was a farmer and grew up. With the records, and I remember listening to some of those records with him and listening. And he would sing
classics.
Right, he would sing on the tractor, and "Oh What a Beautiful Morning" and things like that. And so to me, those are I like those because those are my fond memories and what I learned how to sing, as a kid with my grandpa and my dad. So.
On the tractor.
Yeah, baling hay.
That's interesting.
Do you know George Langamo from?
Oh, sure.
From Kenyon.
Yeah, from Kenyon.
He has sung on his tractor for years and years and years. Yep, that's how he developed his great pipes. He loves singing on the tractor as well.
Well, I'm sure there are many others that sing on the tractor.
I do like the Rodgers and Hammerstein tunes as well. When you're talking about some of the older literature, I really love the song you're singing, "If I Loved You." It is it's a heart-achingly beautiful song. And I also like "Some Enchanted Evening" from South Pacific. And
I had to choose actually between those two.
And I love "Climb Every Mountain." That's from Carousel as well, isn't it? Yeah.
"Climb Every Mountain's from
Sound of Music. Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It's the right one.
And a lot of these show tunes are getting back into pop culture with these live
are.
musical performances. With NBC and Fox and everything. So a lot of these musicals that kids don't necessarily know anymore are making this resurgence and into our culture. As an educator, I'm always like, how do I make live performance relevant to young people? And I think that's really awesome that those networks are taking those chances again and bringing this kind of music back into the forefront. And Hamilton really, the musical Alexander Hamilton, that really has solidified that back, and Broadway music hasn't been in pop culture like this in a way that since Rodgers and Hammerstein in the 40s, and it's these jukebox musicals and Hamilton and different things, and these TV live productions are really putting that back in our vocabulary again. So
well, that's great.
It is great. I'd love to see that art form going forward, and I love to see younger people at performances like Hamilton and Kinky Boots and some of the Rent and some of the newer things that have been written in the last 15 years or so.
Sounds like a great mix. Sounds like some awesome talent. Hope you folks get some tickets. Again, members $15, non-members $20. Performances 7:30 Saturday night, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Students $10. And if you're going to go Sunday, get them right now.
That's what I would suggest.
I mean, right now. And you can go online and do it. That's cool. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. ParadiseCenterForTheArts.org. Thanks, Eric, for driving all the way from Worthington to be with me. I feel so honored. Juliana, thanks for coming.
I came all the way from Owatonna.
I know. I feel honored.
I'm exhausted.
Thanks for having us.
To KDHL AM in Faribault, Minnesota.